So, before I get into this video, I do just want to clarify that I am a supporter of Tom Cassell, which is Syndicate, which is the one we're going to be talking about today. I've been following him since the early 2010s, when Call of Duty Zombies first came out. I played a couple of games with him as well back in the day on the PlayStation 3, and just to see what this is about, my mind is blown. So, we're going to look into this with an open mind at this moment in time. But there is a lot of parallels between this and the Vic case. So we're going to look at this. Syndicate denies this allegations as multiple women come forward. There we have, obviously, we got Life of Tom, which he does actually a blogging channel, and he's also got the gaming channel. And he's also a major partner with Razer. But he's also got LG and everyone else. And this is Zombie Unicorn. She was the one who first came out regarding Tom last night. Well, last night for myself. And it was kind of interesting to see what all this was about because, again, with what I'm about to show you, it's very hard to see, like, right, okay, you've accused someone of this. Remember, innocent until proven guilty. But I'm pretty sure that if you were upset about this, you'd actually have tears. So we got here, update. Syndicate has responded to the allegations of this made by Zombie Unicorn and Kate on Twitter. He claims that what has been alleged is false and that he's in actual shock. And this is the tweet he put out. I honestly don't know what to say with all these allegations being made against me. I'm in actual shock. I seriously am. I want to address every single thing that's been said. I will be making a statement regarding all the false allegations in the following days. And just before we go into the rest of the article, if you actually look at the tweets, following Tom's actual post, you've got quite a lot of people literally jumping on him to attack him. And again, there's always two sides to a story. But sadly, this day and age, though, people can make up accusations and they can get away with it. Perfect example here in the UK. We have had some major football stars. People who are on 200-300 grand a week and they play for the biggest teams. They've been accused. Someone of them even went to jail. Then after a couple of months of that player in jail, the actual person who accused them come out and said, actually, I lied. So this is why this day and age, a lot of people don't believe victims first. Even though that is a horrible and a sad thing to say, that this day and age we should believe victims. But when you know that these cases are out there where people have actually lied, just to either get a bit of clout, to get a bit of money from the papers, they're literally like, oh yeah, I made all that up. And then, that person gets released, and they've literally like, shit, what do we do? My life's ruined. Some people have even lost their families over it. But we're going to go back into the article. Twitch streamer and YouTuber Natalie Zombie Unicorn Casanova has accused YouTuber Tom Pro Syndicate Cassell of this, with his ex-girlfriend also sharing her story. We'll look at that later on. In a video on June 21st, Zombie Unicorn alleges that the incident took place while they were working together on the Legends of Gaming show, a tournament between YouTube gamers back in 2016. Casanova explains that the pair had been in a consensual relationship, but that on one occasion, the encounter had become non-consensual. He said he didn't have any, so I said, we can only continue if you pull out, because I don't take birth control. When the time came, I was on top of him. He was saying that he was about to, and I was like, okay, I'm getting off. And he held me down physically, so that I could not get off him. I smacked him and said, no, stop. So with that there, again, I don't want to say that she's lying or anything, but if someone is on top of someone else, they got more of the strength to actually push off than the person on the bottom. Try it yourself. See, you get your partner or whatever, get on top of you and say, right, okay, here we go, can you get off me? And you try and hold them down. And again, she could easily punch him in the face, smack him, whatever. So again, that's why I'm a little bit like, really? In a tweet, Zombie Unicorn said, I finally realised my own story of this that had long passed off as him just being a dick. I tried to remain cordial because of his position power until I just cut him off entirely, at Pro Syndicate. In the video, she explains in the details the events leading up to and the encounter itself, claiming that despite he said that he did not have this, she later found him in his bathroom. So, again, we got that there, but we've just read it, so we're not going to play it. But if you do, I will leave this link to the actual article below. She then says, after the incident, she tried to maintain the friendship and be cordial because of his position and power, but later decided to block him and was avoiding him at all costs. I am worried that he's going to try and come after me because I'm saying this, but it's all true. So with that one there, it's very interesting to see that all of a sudden, all these allegations are coming out against people in the gaming industry when other people have been called out. And like I said at the beginning of this video, there's two sides to every story, you know? People need to just literally write, okay, this is her side, we need to wait now until he comes out with other stuff. And to be honest with you, I can pretty much see Tom going to court with this. You know, he will literally be like, no, I'm taking this to court, I want to see this, and I'm going to sue you or whatever because you are lying. And that's the thing, because it's going back to the whole Vic cases again, and when people start going on about this, and they're like, oh, people are going to be saying that if Tom does take this to court, that he's trying to shut him up. No, he's not. He's trying to stop them from lying, because again, if you were in his position, and to be honest with you, he is quite a prominent figure in the gaming world. You know, a lot of people know him, he gets invited to all the big events, and you got a reputation, you know? And if you know that you are telling the truth and nothing happened, and you're like, well, no, it was consensual, but then they're like this, and someone else happened to come out who happened to be his girlfriend at the time, and stayed with him, remember? And then all of a sudden, they're like, oh, you know what? It's been a bit of a bad, rough year for a lot of people. I think I may just say that he done this to me. That's the kind of vibe that I'm getting off of these messages and these videos, because in both the videos, there's actually quite a few for his ex-girlfriend, you can see she is trying her hardest to get tears out. Same as Zombie Unicorn. They're there, you can see they're trying their hardest. But we're going to carry on. In follow-up tweets, she alleged that Cassell had shared private photos of her without permission or knowledge. Again, perfect thing. Oh, well, he's done this, so he's done that. You know? I forgot to mention in the vid, but he also took pics, videos of me naked and sent them to his friends without this. And I only found out because he bragged about showing me off to his mates after he did it. My goal in sharing all of this is for him to stop this behaviour. He was with Lydia, his ex-girlfriend. He's been with her for a couple of years, on and off. And she has said nothing. You know, she hasn't come out about anything. And they're like, no, they're still good friends. So when you get ex-people from the past coming out and saying this, it's a bit like the Johnny Depp situation as well. Because Amber Heard hired a private detective, went back 30 years, the guy did, and he went all over the world. And he couldn't find a single bad word about him. You know? And it's like with this, you got these two people now, it'll be interesting if anyone else comes out. But again, no, with Tom's ex-girlfriend and this one who he was being with, and obviously both being in the gaming industry, it wouldn't surprise me if they both know each other and they both talked about this. That's what I personally think. You know, he's saying that, she's going to be, get rid of him and everything else because he has power. After it happened, I did share this with friends and family privately. A lot of friends knew, and I moved on from it for years. But yesterday, realising it for what it was, it brought a new wave of emotion numbness that now that I've said my piece, I would like to move on again. See, that's the problem. You can't just say something like this and then move on. This is now going to hound her for the next year, maybe 3, you know? Because if Tom does decide to take this to court, it's going to end up dragged out. That's 100%. And when you say, oh, I just wanted it to drag out, I want to move on again now. If she wanted to move on, she knows for a fact you can't move on after you've said something like this. You just can't. It's going to hound her for a while. So when you have this with someone and they lie about having this and then hold you down to do this, forcing you to take Plan B, which they knew give you extreme side effects that you avoid by using other birth control, what do you call that? And again, Dexito has reached out to Pro Syndicate for comment, but this is where his ex-girlfriend now has come out. She come out after Zombie Unicorn's videos came out, and she sent a series of videos. And she says she can't upload it in one go. So, to be honest with you, as far as I know, you pretty much could. So I don't know why she's broken it up, like, oh, I'll do different things. Maybe it's to make her eyes look a little bit more red and to get some more tears out. His ex-girlfriend, Kay, which has also spoken out, she claimed he was her first boyfriend and that she didn't know better, before going into detail about an alleged incident in December 2012, now this is, in the LA hotel room. So we have got a lot of videos here. She went on to describe how Cassell said he wanted to do things with her in the room, to which she refused multiple times before he done this to her without consent. And it's kind of interesting to see that she's come out and said all of this, but in the videos, like I said, I will leave these links below for people to watch. Please go and watch them. Because you need to form your own opinion on them and to get to see what's going on. But personally, I am going to be waiting until Tom actually makes a statement regarding all of this. And I can see this going on for quite some time because the guy is not exactly poor. The guy has money and he is literally going to like, right, okay, this has happened now. I'm going to take you to court. I'm going to do this because you're trying to ruin me. Which is very true. And it's kind of sad that this day and age that, like I said at the beginning of this video, people should believe victims, but when everyone knows now, and there's such common knowledge that people lie about this sort of thing, it's like, come on, like we need to hear both sides of the stories, we need to see evidence or whatever, and it's like, it's not going to be worth it, because to be honest with you, supposedly with Tom, when all this was going on, 2012 and 2016, 4 years within each other. 2012 is when he just started getting huge, and then obviously 2016 when he was at, literally at the peak of like Call of Duty and everything else, going to all the launches. And when you see people come out and say, oh yeah, this happened 8 years ago. Oh, this happened 4 years ago. And when you see people that, in the comment section as well, you will see that these people have told friends and all this kind of stuff. And to be honest with you, when you see that, that is actually called an accessory to the crime. And they failed to report a crime, which in of itself is a crime. This is the big thing now with a lot of people in these kind of situations. I know they're like, oh, don't tell the police, and you're like, okay, I won't, because, I don't want you to go through anything, blah, blah, blah. But again, you need to go to the police. Again, people are going to be like, oh, the police are this, the police are that. Well, sadly, that's what it is. If you decide to take vigilante justice or just go on the internet and just say, oh, this happened, but I'm going to move on now, that's not how this works. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell for future updates, and I'll see all you lovely people soon.